Greetings, citizens of the world, we are anonymous. What is to be done? It is a question a lot of us brothers and sisters have been asking. We've achieved a lot in the past, and it's important that our movement doesn't step down. We've spread information about very important subjects, like capitalism, the USA, and many other things, which are a threat to humanity. Anonymous wants to achieve a society which works for everyone and doesn't leave some people behind. We've spoken a lot about revolution and about elite powers trying to take over the world. As we are a mix of right and left-wing people, the discussion for a common goal has become harder. This is why we will introduce you to the class struggle. Anonymous wants to achieve a society which is run by the people and for the people. Capitalism, which is our current system, is run by a few people, for a few people. A lot in Anonymous think, by removing the state everything will become perfect and anarchism will solve everything. This is far from the truth. Even if we would achieve anarchy, we wouldn't live in peace. Capitalism divides us into different classes. These three classes are the rich, the middle class, and the poor. The first class will use any means necessary to restore the current system, and the second and third class will be back into the slavery system we are now. A further problem is that there are different types of anarchism. Anarcho-capitalism, however, is not one of them. Because capitalism is inherently hierarchical and undemocratic. It's the true reason for every current war. When we want to achieve anarchism, the question comes up, which one is the best? And again we are divided into different factions. And not only do you have to prove your anarchism is the right choice, but also convince everyone and make sure everyone knows how to behave in anarchism. This is all a big effort, and a lot of anarchists rather not worry about this. Instead of this, we could teach anarchism through schools. Instead of anarchism, a better solution would be a government, which is run by us the people. Not by a few people, but by all people. In other words, the government should be run by all people. Instead of letting the free market decide how much living in a house costs, we could decide this ourselves. This would be an end to poverty. The same could be done with food, clothes, and taxes. Taxation isn't theft. People don't understand that it's all about solidarity. We pay tax so disabled people can use a wheelchair or even walk again. But instead, government abuses these taxes for wars, which are profitable. If you want to help poor people and change the world for a better future, we have to stop hacking CIA websites and instead go outside and start to remove very rich people from power. Private property, like businesses or hospitals owned by private people, have to be owned by a new democratic state, and healthcare has to be accessible for everyone. And most importantly, everyone has to be armed. Every human should have the right to own a firearm. Now every right wing will say, these are liberal commie ideas, by Jewish New World Order elites. Haven't you ever asked yourself, how it can be that right-wingers and Anonymous speak about a new world order? Protesting on the street with a Guy Fawkes mask isn't going to bring any revolution. There has never been a successful peaceful revolution, which gave the people true freedom. Real revolution comes from a barrel of a gun. Examples of successful armed revolutions: 1775 the American Revolution, 1789 the French Revolution, 1885 the Vietnamese Revolution, 1890 the Argentinian Revolution, 1917 the Russian Revolution, 1934 the Spanish Revolution, 1956 the Cuban Revolution. The list goes on. And so do the killings of innocent children. All for the sake of profit. We need to fight for the exact society mentioned above. Or in Marxist words, socialism. America has demonized communism and socialism, and no one has an exact understanding of what it actually is. Communism is anarchism, without classes, without government and without money. This is what comes after socialism is achieved. We need to see past history and look to the future. Anonymous needs leaders. And leaders need to know how revolution works. If you want to be a leader, read The State and the Revolution. The revolution won't be achieved tomorrow, but we can work towards the revolution, which will be in a few years. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.